Poker Basic Strategy, Part 2. Welcome to Bonesaw Poker. I'm Brad. Time to chat and play. Let's go. So this is Part 2 of the Poker Basic Strategy. And on this one, we're just going to be playing the hands and talking about the hands. I got 3 tables up, and that's a fold. We will maybe pull a 4th table up. That's a fold, since we're going to be playing a little tighter. Try to have enough action. Hopefully we'll get some cards. All right, 9-7, offsuit in the small blind. That's a fold. Waiting around for the big blind on that one. Got the timer set this time. Okay, we're on the button. A7 off. We're going to fold that. We should be big blind here next. Okay. 4-3 off in the small blind. We're going to fold there. So if you remember from the previous episode, we got the 43 hand matrix. So king, queen, offsuit in the big blind. We can call that. Nine, 7 off on the button. We're going to fold that. So we'll call our king, queen. Okay, so that's a pretty crazy flop. We're not going to continue there. We're going to raise, re-raise with our queens. For 2, let's just let it go. Let's move along. The idea behind this strategy is, all right, we're going to, what did I say we're going to do? This we should just call. We got queens. We're out of position. We could go over the top, but we just got here, so let's see a flop. Okay, well, we're going to probably check call this down. Fold there. And queen 3, we'll call this ace queen. Kings, okay. Another playable. Let's see what we can do there. Jack 3, we're going to fold there. This we will raise, re-raise. Okay, didn't get to play it. So we have the 43 hand starting chart. And then so that's what our raise first in with is. And if you're under the gun, you can always go tighter. You could forego the offsuited ones if you want. Not ace king, but like ace jack, ace 10, king 10. You can always tighten that up. King 8 in the small blind. We're only 3-bet or folding, and this isn't one of our 3-bet hands, so that's a fold. 6-7, we're going to let that go. Excuse me. Sorry about that. 9-3 on the button. So then our flatting hands, if somebody is in ahead of us, is pocket 5s through 9s. Because we're going to 3-bet 10s through aces. Queens again. Hot table. And ace jack, we'll check that. 5-6-2. We got 2 overs, but we don't have a diamond. So we have ace high. We can call 1. Okay, again, no overs. So we'll peel 1 here. Now this hand is done. We're going to bet that. We got a pair. We're going to check fold this one. I don't see any reason to continue now. 10-2, we're going to fold that. All right, so a 5 got here. There's not really any two pairs. I mean, a weird five. How many fives does he have? So we're going to continue. And this is a bet call. Well, that's interesting. I mean, if he had a six, would he be playing this way or would he have raised? All right, this is a bet fold. If he goes over the top, we're going to just let it go. Because then we know he's got the six. And if you disagree, we'll pull up. I'll put a link in the description for the Just Pay series. Ace five, we're going to fold that. All right, so we can cold call, starting back with that. Fives through nines. Ace 10 and better. King jack and better. Queen jack and better. And suited connectors, jack 9, or excuse me, jack 10, 10 9. Otherwise, we let it go. It's a tighter situation. Try to keep ourselves out of trouble. King jack, got aces. Gonna let that go there. 3-8, suited in the cutoff. We're gonna fold that. See if we can get one more up. We'll join that one. No thanks on that. I'm going to fold there. Move this over here. All right, so we got 4 tables going. 7-5, we're going to let that go. 2-10, we're going to fold that. Then out of position, we're not counting the big blind on this because that's different. Ace 3 off, we're going to fold that. Is out of position, we don't flat. We 3-bet or fold. And our 3 bets are 10s plus, ace king, ace queen. 4-5, we're going to let that go. And remember to subscribe, like, leave a comment. King 8, we're going to fold that. 7-4, nope. King's in the big blind. Okay, this could be interesting. We're going to raise that up. We're never playing these passively. And we got that's fine. I'm not going to play them passively. Ace 7. Kills me not to play that, but that is the small blind, so we're sticking with the plan to keep ourselves out of trouble. Ace 8, we're going to let that go. I'm a big fan of suited aces. King 8 of diamonds on the button. Okay, that's a playable. Unless somebody's in ahead of us, then it's not a playable. It's killing me. King 2, we're going to let that go. 6s, we're going to fold that. So, if you watched any of my stuff, prior to this topic, I play a ton of hands on the button. 5-4, we're going to fold that. That's not in the list. 4-10, we'll let that go. 2-3 of spades, we're going to fold that. And then on the flop, we can c-bet pair plus, flush draw, straight draw, and, hold on, I don't want to lose my timer here. Flush draw, straight draw, ace high, king high. Now, it doesn't mean we have to c-bet it, but we can. And that's basically what we're going to continue with as well. 6-9 of spades in the cutoff. We're going to let that go. 9-7. The small blind, we're folding that. Ace 8 won that. Ace high, okay. Ace 7 off, we're folding that. Never been a big fan of that. 7-4 offsuit, that's a goner. 2-4 diamonds, we're folding that. Okay. 8-5 of hearts under the gun. We're folding. 6-4, we're folding. We're still on this hand over here. Okay. Queen 5 offsuit in the big blind. That'd be a fold under any circumstances. This table finally got to a flop. Ace 5 off in small blind. We're going to fold there. Okay, let's see what we got. 9-7 of diamonds in the cutoff. Queen Jack, we can play this in the big blind. If he 3-bets, obviously we're going to fold. All right, so we got 2 overs on a low connected board. We're going to peel 1. If we catch the queen or jack, we'll continue. Otherwise, or no, we can't. That's right. I'm used to playing my old way. So we don't have ace high, king high, flush draw, straight draw. It was just let this stuff go. Just let the hand be. And move along. Stop pumping money into hands we're not doing well in. King, queen, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we got the flush draw. They got the ace up there. We're going to bet it. Hopefully, he's got an ace, and hopefully we catch a spade. Okay, we need a king. Let's get a freebie. We're in position. And we whiffed. We got ace. Yeah. We got nothing. We're folding. So, whoops. Jeez. Misclick down here. Whoops. That's the problem with playing multiple tables. Stuff like that happens. So, this king 9 over here, we're going to fold that. Yeah, brother. We're going to fold. Just be done with it. That was a mistake. Okay, so a little misclick over there. And yeah, I got to remember my rules. It's been a while since I played this. And I was going through my binder because I was going to do a video on flop texture. And so I was going through my old binder with notes from different stuff. We're going to let that go. And I saw this and it's like, oh, that's right. I forgot all about this. It'd been so long. And so I thought I'd go with this. Because the flop texture one, that one, Jack 8, we're folding there. Queen 7. Ace 9 of spades. We're going to raise that up. Can't call a 3-bet. We're going to fold there. The flop texture one is... I started working on that, and it's like, this is going to be very involved. So I'm going to have to put some time and effort into that. 2 broadways, only 1 spade. You know, with 2 broadways up there and only 1 spade, we can see bet this, but on this one, I just don't see getting into it. Okay, well, we got 3rd pair. The other club is there. I really don't see much sense in putting money into this pot. Jack 2, we're going to let that go. We're going to hit the check fold button there. We're going to fold there. Ace 8. Jack 10 offsuit, 4-9 suited. We're going to fold. We're going to fold. So we're down 40, 40, 40, and up 40. So we're definitely down, but not much. That's just your typical run-of-the-mill right there. Jack 2 of hearts. King 7, we're going to fold that. So in playing this style of poker, I mean, it is a fit or fold. And like I was saying yesterday last episode, I should say, is that it's a base, it's a strategy, a fundamental foundation. And we can add hands to it later, add more concepts. But to start with this, and then slowly add different concepts in. Like the next one would be to play more hands on the button. Call small 3-bets with pocket pairs to set mine. 3-bet out of the cutoff more. Play a little wider in the big blind. But on all of these things, what we're saying is, okay, so we can 3-bet this. So, and we will, and we should. And if he goes, he's only got 54 left. We're just going to have to run with it. Not calling 3-bet with that. We got top in a 3-bet pot. He's got 47 bigs left. Let's just put him in. If he's got pocket 9s or pocket 6s, kings, aces, whatever, we're just got to run it and live with it. Uh-oh. He could, we need a low card. There we go. There we go. We're going to fold there. And on that situation, I mean, you just got to run your equity. And there's a big difference between calling and going over the top. When you're calling a bet, you're being laid a price. And if you go over top, you're now laying a price to them. So, and if one of the things, especially like when you're drawing, this is a better example when you're on a draw. Let's say you're on a flush draw, and so you got one card left to go. And so you got 9 outs with one card to go. You have an 18% chance of hitting your hand. So depending on their bet size, and we can call this, and we're done with this hand unless we get a free queen or jack. We got to remember what our flop strategy is. And we're going to fold over here. We did not improve. This hand is over. So we're a fold. If you're on a flush draw and somebody bets half pot, and so you have 18% chance of making your hand. Well, they're laying you odds of 33%. So you're way short. I mean, you're 15% short. So if they have pot bet, really, you shouldn't make that call. You're making an unprofitable call. But we can play that because, yep, and we can raise that in because, okay, so now we need an 8, a king. We got a double belly buster or a spade. We're going to fold there. So he donked into us. So let's take a card. We got a ton of outs. We're going to fold there. Well, we paired up. We still have a ton of outs. Now even another 9 would get us there. So we have 9 spades, 4 kings, 4 8s. That's 17. 2 more 9s. We have 19 outs. We're going to raise this. For 5.1, we can definitely call it where we could go over the top. There's our 8. I don't think he's got the back door. And this is a bet fold. Okay. And at any point, if we wanted to go over the top, now this is nice because we flopped our set. Now, we want to keep this guy in. No, you got to build a pot when you got a set. So we're gonna raise, even though we probably would have liked to keep him in. Well, let's just see if he wants to keep going. If he's got pocket kings, we're toast. He's got 7s. No 7 and we're good. And we're good. Okay. To figure out, okay, A7. Your odds, 7, 8. Fold that under the gun. So if it's half pot bet, it's 1/2. So you add the top number to the bottom number. So it's 1 divided by 3, which is 33%. If somebody does a 25% bet, that's 1/4. So it'd be 1/1 + 4, which is 5. Oh, kings. We're gonna now in the blinds, when you 3-bet in the blinds, bet at least 10, 11 bigs. You could even go more. I know they're kings. We don't want to scare them off, but okay. So we definitely didn't get the card we wanted, but we 3-bet, so we're gonna c-bet. And if he jams, we're folding because then we know he's got his ace. Ace 10, we're going to fold there. Okay, that worked out good. So if somebody bets quarter pot, you need 20% equity to continue. If they bet third pot, so 1/3, that would be 25% equity. Now, if I've somehow managed to screw this all up, put that in the comments. Now, the other thing you can look at is, let's say on the river that they half pot bet. So you need to be right at least 33% of the time to break even on that call. So if they have 0 folds in them, and you're going to have to, I'm sorry, if they have 0 bluffs, you don't have 33%. Now, let's say this person bluffs the correct amount. They bluff the river 1/3 of the time. But they only do a 1/3 pot bet. Okay, that's 25%. You got enough to call. So it depends on the size of the bet, because you're being laid a price. So you got to calculate real quick what that price is and whether you think you're good. A7. Jack 8, we're going to fold that. So we're 252, $1.86, up 59. So we're only down on one table, and we're only down slightly. So the first session we did it, we did well. So far we're doing good on this. We got about 6 minutes left, but so far so good. And a lot of this strategy really is to just keep you out of trouble. Play the good hands and play them a bit conservatively. Maybe I should do a pot odds video, because I was doing that on the fly. Hopefully I had my math right. Queen 6. And that's the other thing too, is now we're not doing it in this strategy, but I've talked about it in other videos when playing regular. And that is oftentimes that you want to overbet the turn so that you're laying them a bad price. Let's say they're on the flush draw. King 9, we can play this. 5-9, we're going to fold that. So let's say that on the turn you suspect they're on a flush draw, the way the hand is playing out. So they have 9 outs to beat you. Well, let's say they have a flush draw with an ace. So they got 3 aces and 9 hearts. So they got 12. So they got 20. They have 24% that they need. That's a fold. Okay, we got the open ender. We don't have. We're gonna call one. So there we go, and we got a redraw to the nuts because right now we don't have the nuts. We have a straight, but we don't have the nuts. Tens. We're gonna raise this up. We will call a 3-bet. We're gonna fold there. Okay. We'll call that. Well, we're going to play in flow. We got to hope that he doesn't have a... Oh, let's hope he's got a bigger pair. We're going to check raise here. Right now we have the nuts. Well, if he's got kings, we're dead. He doesn't have kings. He wouldn't have checked the turn. He might have ace king, but he doesn't have kings. Let's hope he has ace king. Because if he would have jammed, we would have called that off because we're ahead. Queen 10 is a fold. Fold in there. All right, so overall this is panning out pretty good. Okay, so quick, just get back to that one. So if you suspect that they're on the flush draw, and maybe they have an ace, and you have a pair, so if they catch their ace, you're done. So if you overbet, or let's put it this way, if they have 24% equity, if you bet third pot, they're priced to call. If you bet half pot, that's 33%. They're only short by 9%. They're overpaying a little bit, but not too bad. But if you go pot, now they need 50%, and they're overpaying. And if you bet pot and a quarter, pot and a half, and they call, you're really doing great. So even if you have to let the hand go because the flush hits and they donk into you for a stack, okay, but for every time that they don't make it, this hand is effectively over. We do have a pair we can call, but we only have 2 outs. The problem with the low pairs are they don't have a lot of playability. Now we do have a spade. We're going to have to call 1. If we get it, we got to hope that things don't go awry. Or we can still just check it down. And we're going to fold there. I don't see any sense in calling that. But, yep. And that's where you could add overbetting into this basic strategy later on. That you want to lay a price that is not profitable for them to call. So that every time they do hit and you get away from it, it is what it is. But when they don't hit, you already got your money. And the odds of them bluffing are just so slim that when they donk into you big, you know they got there. What else were they doing? They don't bluff enough. I mean, they're only bluffing 10 to 20% of the time, and I would even... Okay, so this is interesting. So we have top pair, so-so kicker. He only has 32 bigs left. We definitely need to bet this and see... And we're going to call if he goes over the top. And for 32... Okay, that was... Well, a 9 would help us out. We should continue betting. If he goes over the top, he's got the queen. Pocket 10s, we're going to 3-bet that. We're not in the blinds. That is like the worst card ever. Oops. Okay. So, all right. So that's our time. I'm going to fold there. I'm going to check fold there. So it was a very good session. We're going to sit out here. We 3-bet, so we're going to c-bet. That's, I think, a good plan. We're going to fold here. We're going to sit out. And he called. That's interesting. I think we're done here. Oops. Yeah. Was going to sit out, but I guess now I can lose a stack right before I leave. We're going to check that back. What does he got? Okay. He called for a reason. I mean, he didn't, yeah. And that's another one. I'll talk about high equity hands one time. I've talked about them in the past, that they're two street plays. All right, we got to start sitting out here, people. Let's c-bet it. We have the over. If he goes, we know he's got the king. So he folded. All right, can we finally sit out? There we go. All right, thank you. That was 30 minutes of poker. I'm Brad for Bonesaw Poker. Thanks for watching. And remember, everything you want is on the other side of fear.